Jacob with
Richard Johnny.
yeah.
What's up?
Jeremy's getting the YouTube set up.
I'm here.
Lots to talk about tonight.
Yeah, we got some extra time.
Yeah,
Aaron Judge won
we'll
MVP.
We'll be going past 8 a little tonight. Maybe 8:15, 8:30. So wow, Jeff Saturday won.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I had that in my introduction. What do you guys think?
I mean, did I not say it last week? I did say it, right?
I do also have a great picture.
Did you see?
My man.
Since NFL coaches are not allowed to play fantasy football, Jeff Saturday had to give his fantasy football team to former Denver Broncos wide receiver Eric Decker. I used to love Eric Decker. So he's not managing Jeff Saturday's fantasy football team. And rumor has it he was 9-1 in his league.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, no more fantasy football for Jeff Saturday.
poor
He might
Jeff.
he might coach the Colts like it's a fantasy team though, with
Yeah.
that situation.
It don't matter. Win's a win.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about baseball for a little bit. Judge did just win MVP.
Yes, sir.
Also won
Judge won
MVP too. I want to get into free agency a little. I have a few trades, and there hasn't been much.
Well, we just had a trade. Kyle Lewis got sent to Arizona for Cooper Hummel. And unlike Rich, I have no idea who Cooper Hummel is.
The only reason I know who Cooper Hummel is because I'm on the show. That's the only reason.
Kyle Lewis
Is he a
good.
TikTok guy? I played Cooper Hummel.
The name
for those
sounds
TikTok.
familiar.
I've
I just
heard him on
don't know who
TikTok.
he is.
Then-
Kyle
I think
Lewis
his
isn't
girlfriend
bad.
does TikTok.
But if that's his claim to fame, then that probably means he's not that good at baseball.
yeah,
Kyle-
that's,
but Kyle
that's a red flag.
Yeah, right.
His rookie year, not the
You
year
want
he
rookie
got
of the
hurt.
year.
Kyle Lewis is good at baseball, right?
Yeah.
Kyle Lewis is pretty good.
He hit a home run in the Yankee game, August 1st, I got to, against the Yankees.
Of course he did.
He's going to hit a lot of home runs in Arizona.
Yeah.
I love that. Such a steal. Great trade.
That's a very good trade.
So talk about free agency a little. I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys a few moves. What do you think? My biggest move that I thought, and I think it's amazing. Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah, I have that in my notes too.
Pairing him with J Rod.
That outfit's
Yeah.
scary. You have Jesse Winker too. Had a really
That outfit
down
is
year.
good. What do you guys? What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah, I love it for the Mariners, and I like it more for the Blue Jays than I think a lot of people do. They had to unload some money. I know they had some 40-man roster.
And they got Eric Swanson, who
Yes,
has like a
Eric
1.7
Swanson.
ERA.
Great
That's
bullpen
DJ's
guy.
problem.
That's
Great
what they
bullpen
need.
guy, and they needed a great bullpen guy. They also got a pitching prospect who I don't know a ton about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that trade works for them.
I saw the pitching prospect. He had like a 1.6 in high A ball, which is good. But we'll see how that translates. But it's great not having to play Teoscar Hernandez 20 times a year now.
Because he kills lefties.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
good.
It's a very good trade for honestly both sides. Blue Jays, obviously, they get a bullpen arm, which is exactly what they needed. And that outfield in Seattle, that's a top 5, top 3 outfield in the league now, no? I mean, Winker had a down year.
Teoscar Hernandez
But-
is very underrated.
I know.
Exactly.
I know there was rumors that they were looking to trade Winker, but now that they traded Lewis, I'm not sure. Winker might stick around. I don't know.
Yeah, that's surprising to me because honestly, I mean, Winker's a lefty.
Yeah,
But-
and I love Winker. I
I
think
do
it was
too.
just a down year. I think he'll
Big
bounce
time
back.
down year. But imagine Kyle Lewis, Julio Rodriguez, and Teoscar Hernandez in the outfield. That is a powerful outfield.
Next move, you guys are gonna love this one. Rizzo staying in New York for more than a year this time. 2 years, 40 mil, and a club option for the
Great
third
deal.
year, which I love. I
Great
love
deal.
club options.
Yeah, man, this is.
What do you guys think? As Yankee fans,
I love it, and I don't think that's being biased. That's just Cashman in action right there. That is a perfect deal. 2 years, he should be good for at least 2 more years. I know he's getting up there in
that's not
age.
biased at all.
Coming off a great year, the 3rd-year club option, chef's kiss. I mean, that's beautiful. And I'm glad that means Anthony Rizzo wants to play for the New York Yankees. I love it.
That deal, I love it. It's cheap, but Rizzo's worth more than that. Yeah, what do you have? 30 home runs, something like 32, I think,
And
He batted
glove
220.
defense.
The only problem was like all of his home runs happened like the first
in
month.
April. Yeah, but I don't think you're going to see a Rizzo that bats 220 again, because that's not what Rizzo, at least not
Right.
what it usually is.
He still walked a ton too.
Yeah, exactly. And now that the shift is bad, his defense is going to get even better.
Mhm.
And that's a great signing. Now they have to do, go get Judge.
Yep.
Obviously.
Next move is one I want to talk about really quickly before you guys give your insight. Tyler Anderson
Mm.
staying in the same city, just going to a worse team now.
Yeah.
He got signed for 3 years, $39 million. I'm a little. I want to ask. I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna say my thoughts real quick. But like, I think he got overpaid. I mean, This is the first year he's had under a 4 ERA since his rookie year.
That's
Yeah, and I get he was in Colorado for a while, but still.
100%. And he also, this is the first time he has a winning record, and like the second time he has a winning record in his entire career. I mean, looking at his ERA, 3.54, 4.81, 11.76, 4.37. This year came out of nowhere. It was very good. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, he had a great.
But he's
year.
also not a big strikeout guy, which is so important in
Yeah.
MLB these days.
Yes.
What do you think?
So I have mixed opinions because I didn't think it was a huge overpay. I thought it was a pretty fair contract, 3 years, $39 million. And again, coming off a great career year. Here's where I'm concerned. One, when he goes to Anaheim, is he going to have the same coaching staff that the Dodgers have?
Except
No.
Phil Nevin.
So his production could definitely see a downtick. Another thing is, we see Anaheim do this every year. I think they think this is their guy on the pitching staff. And I feel like for the past a million off seasons, they've needed an ace. And I get Ohtani is an ace, but they need
I
another
don't think he's
ace.
saying that.
That's another.
That's another topic, but I feel like Anaheim is satisfied with this as signing Tyler Anderson as their guy. That absolutely.
Well, that's kind of in the same sense what they did with Syndergaard.
Yeah, they said, okay, 1 year deal. Syndergaard proved it because they thought he was going to be an
And
ace,
they shipped him out.
Yeah.
And,
which was good. I'm glad they shipped him out.
Oh, yeah,
Especially because they
I
got Logan O'Hoppe. It's going to be
but
awesome.
there's just so many. I mean, Tyler Anderson, like Jacob said, this is his first good year as a pitcher. And his first, I mean, I don't really look at record when I'm talking about a pitcher.
Me neither.
His record is so much worse now.
I know.
'Cause the Angels aren't that great. I mean, yeah, great for them, but this can't be all they do, right?
Yeah.
There's no
Now,
way.
if they sign like Rodon or something,
If they go get
I
Rodon
love
or
that
Verlander
Anderson
or a really big name arm, yeah,
He
Great.
can't be an ace.
right. He's a 2 or 3, which is exactly who was he? 3 on the batting.
he'd
He
be
was a 2 because Bueller was hurt.
but like if the Anaheim Angels go out and get another top end pitching arm, suddenly you look at the Tyler Anderson deal. Okay, this is like
Now
our
it's a
third,
stack.
maybe our fourth guy because they have Patrick Sandoval who's very
Yes,
I love
very
Sandoval.
underrated. Yes.
Wow.
Big sense.
So if they sign one more guy, I will like the Tyler Anderson move a lot more.
They need,
The only thing that's scheduled with Rodon, he won 3 lefties in the starting rotation.
Yeah.
That's scheduled.
A little bit suspect.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you talk about the Angels, I don't think they really care.
yeah, Rodon.
They'll do anything.
Yeah. They're desperate at this point, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they could build a better team and keep Shohei.
And
'Cause
Trout.
They need to show Shohei something for him to stick around.
Honestly, if I'm like Trout, if
He doesn't want to be the next Trout. Exactly.
if this year goes bad, I'm Trout. I'm requesting a trade.
If I was Trout, I would.
You
I
gotta
don't
get
even
out.
care if it's like
He's stuck
It's
there
a good-
for 9 more years.
he definitely needs to get out of this year. It goes down again, but I think he should get out now.
If
I
know.
want him
His
to.
career's coming to an end. That's the
I
problem.
want him to
because he's
stay.
hurt.
I want.
Don't
Don't.
I hate saying it.
Listen,
I
he
hate
won-
saying it.
he's
And
I don't wanna
still-
see him
I'm
leave.
such a big Trout fan. I think he's the greatest hitter.
He's
Hold
still
on.
played a very good.
But I'm just worried about his back. I don't know how much longer his back can handle it.
Yeah,
I want him to.
carry
I
the team
just want him
for
to win.
4
I don't even need to get a World Series. I just want to see him in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Well,
I
play
want.
well.
I want him to stay because I love guys who stay for the whole career of the same team.
I agree.
I'm so rooting for Anaheim just on principle that I want my Trout.
And he's like Larry
He
Fitzgerald
deserves it, man.
of baseball.
Exactly.
Literally, he's
Like
Larry
what?
Fitzgerald of baseball.
I was thinking Charles Barkley, but yeah.
Same thing.
Henrik Lundqvist. I'm getting
Under
carried
one
away. now.
percent chances, so.
I'm getting
That's
carried
okay.
away. I'm sorry.
Next move. This one hurts so much. And any Met fans out there listening, anybody in my family, close your ears. Rafael Montero. Oh my God.
What?
Former
Rafael Montero?
former
Know that
Mets farm.
I know
guy.
it is.
The reliever with
He was a
Houston.
big Mets.
He was a Mets guy for before he came to Houston. He was there his entire career.
Yeah.
He was in the minors his entire career, and he came up I think once for the Mets and sucked, and
Yeah.
then he went to
You wanna know his
Houston.
first
and
game?
It was awesome.
His first game was a doubleheader for the Mets, and
Yes,
the guy
yes,
who pitched
yes.
the other game was a guy named Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah.
It was
So
Rafael Montero.
this hurts so much because he was so good.
Yep.
This season. I think it was a great deal. I don't think it was expensive at all.
Well, he went back to
34.5 mil for 3 years.
Yeah.
Because
He went back to Houston.
he went back to
I
Houston.
see
Yeah,
it.
it's a great deal, and it hurts so much because he just was nothing. He was
very
literally
good.
a nothing.
Very good.
Yeah.
One thing that's what we're gonna do.
Failed prospect. That's what he was.
That's usually what happens. Then.
Josh Peterson, accepting qualifying. A little surprising.
Yeah.
There was a
Martin
lot
Perez, too.
of teams that were looking. Mets were looking into it. I thought there was a few other teams too.
What did he get? Like 20 minutes?
20 mil. Same with Martin Perez.
Martin
Martin
He got
Perez is
almost
next.
20 mil.
Martin Perez, that was a good move for the Rangers.
That's very cheap.
Did they get DeGrom?
He is so good.
They get DeGrom. That's
Maybe-
a great one too.
Maybe there's something we don't know. That's why maybe he took the 19.6 mil.
Could be.
Maybe. I don't know. obviously, I don't know.
I don't think. I mean, Martin Press is good.
He's worth.
I don't know if he's up. Like, I think he needs one more year for that big.
Oh, I agree.
That's why I think he took.
I think maybe like 22. I know it's.
Because if he has another good year, he can get 25 to 30 a year.
He
You
was
know,
very, very
this
good.
year maybe would have gotten 20 a year.
Yeah,
I
that's,
think that's a
fair.
very good move for
That's fair.
Martin Press.
Yeah.
Let's move into Cy Young.
Real
I
quick,
think,
real quick,
yeah.
real quick. I have one more
Yeah,
trade I want to mention.
yeah.
Small, but I think it could be awesome. Nolan Jones, who's a big Guardians prospect, got traded to the Colorado
The
Rockies.
lefty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was really
He's
good.
gonna hit a
I
million.
played him in the shot.
He's gonna
That's how I
hit.
know.
He's gonna hit a million home runs in Colorado, and they
Yeah.
Colorado gave Cleveland a no-name infield prospect. Just want to point. I love Nolan Jones. I think he's gonna do awesome.
That's
He
great.
went
We
to
don't have
the.
a plan.
He went
That's awesome.
to. He went to Colorado.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
year's
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Cy Young. I think that was one of the easier.
I think so.
Verlander.
I mean, you could make an argument for
Contract.
Dylan Cease,
Yeah.
Or- Manoa, but Verlander, especially coming back from a Tommy John surgery.
Just doing what he did at his age.
He definitely deserved it. I would have liked to see Dylan Cease get a first place vote. I
That would have
think
been
it should have been.
Wasn't Verlander like anonymous?
Yeah.
I think that's a little sketch, but
I mean,
I think he should have won.
it's just some
I don't know if-
Verlander.
Yeah.
You guys know who did get a second place vote? No. Ed Diaz.
Wow, that you never see in a reliever,
Second
especially a
place vote.
closer.
Real quick, how did Shane McClanahan not get a single Cy Young vote?
That's horrible.
I
I picked him.
cannot fathom.
We did
I
early,
picked him too.
early in the one of the first few weeks we had.
So
I picked
good
him.
this
I
year.
did not.
I don't care. The NL, Alcantara, I thought that should have been things. That was
His first half was insane. The second half was great because it wasn't the same as his first half of the year. But holy shit.
I'm so glad Max Fried got second place too over your eyes.
Yeah.
Love Max Fried.
Rookie of the year, Michael Harris. I think that was
This-
one thing before you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
The fact that Jeremy Pena did not get a vote.
Didn't he get a first place vote?
No.
I didn't know
Good.
that. Yeah, good, but wow.
How?
Because his regular season wasn't that great.
That's the
People
thing.
don't realize that. He was an
Yeah, very
he
well.
was a league average hitter.
Rodriguez, J-Rod.
Yeah, J-Rod.
He was-
I mean, that's
I think J-Rod's been in the league.
He was a
For 3 years.
Jeremy Pena was a league average hitter in the regular season.
he was okay. Yeah,
He was fine. He was a good shortstop.
A league average hitter can produce a vote, though.
I know.
As a rookie.
yeah, but there's other guys. There were
Adley
Other
got a
guys.
first. Adley got one
yeah,
first place vote.
Adley.
So Adley, yeah, he's playing great defense, but Adley's getting a vote over Jeremy Pena.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do the playoffs do the playoffs have any effect on it?
No, because usually a rookie's not going to make the playoffs. You know what I mean? He's usually on a bad team.
Yeah, but did you see watching Jeremy
nice.
Pena playing in the
Oh,
playoffs?
I
Do you think
watched
that
it.
affected?
And I cried watching
I'm saying, do you think it affected him his voting? Or
No, I think it's all based on regular
It
season.
couldn't have because he definitely should have gotten
No,
first
because
place.
it's all
over.
based. Because you can't say that and be like, oh,
Yeah.
well, Julio
Adley
Rodriguez.
didn't.
Yeah, exactly. You can't really do that.
Listen, in the NL, I thought Strider should have won.
I
I'm not
agree.
going to complain with Mike Harris because he was awesome.
He's one of the two.
How did Nick Lodolo not get a single vote? Alexis Diaz,
No, the problem with Lodolo is he had a few bad outings. That was
Alex-
the problem.
And his
Alexis
record wasn't
Diaz.
very good.
Edwin's brother in Cincinnati, got a Rookie of the Year vote, but Nick Lodolo didn't. Really confusing.
I think those were really good. His record wasn't that great. I'm sure
His
his ERA
second
was a
half,
little
his second
inflated.
half was
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
His ERA was a little inflated. That's because he played in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? Michael Harris, I don't hate it. I thought it was in the Strider.
I think probably because Strider got hurt towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. I didn't have a ton of innings, but he was so good.
I agree.
That should be enough baseball.
Yeah.
Enough with that.
Real quick though.
Wake up now.
Real quick. How did Rob Thompson not qualify for
Yeah.
manager of the year?
No,
Yeah, go
I
Buck.
don't
Go
care.
Buck, baby.
I don't
Yeah.
care that he was an
Vic,
interim
Buck
manager.
won.
How did Philly Rob not get any votes?
That's crazy.
Also, Aaron Boone got a manager of the year vote.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He got a manager
Oh
of the
my
year vote.
god. I don't know how.
What?
Yeah. I told you that. He got a first place manager of the vote.
I think you must have said his name. I just tuned it out.
Well, I would too. If I cannot fathom that.
Yeah.
Can we
Blasphemy.
please find the guy who voted for him and search up his
Well,
name?
you know
so we're
what? I
looking at
bet you it was the same guy that didn't vote Jeter into the Hall of Fame. It's probably the same guy.
He's like a troll on the baseball writers committee.
it? Oh my god. He
What
shouldn't
an
even be on the
idiot.
baseball committee.
He should be
anymore.
fired. Aaron Boone? The guy's an idiot. Not- I don't know. We gotta move on.
Before Johnny gets too heated again.
Yeah.
NFL. Week 10. Rich. Ouch.
Yeah.
Let's go over the picks real quick.
All of us, ouch.
Yeah, all of us ouch, but I mean, there was
Rich.
a lot of upsets.
Ouch.
Rich, really ouch. Ouch, ouch.
Need a band-aid.
Ridiculous.
Rich went 4-10. He is now sitting at 58-44.
Oh,
Hey,
he needs,
14
uh,
above 500.
He needs a 14-0 and 0-14 week from Jeremy. I went 6-8. I am at 63-39, and Jeremy went 7-7. And is at 72-30. That Colts pick from Jeremy C.
72 and 30.
Yeah.
That's not in those, right?
Yeah, wow.
7-7.
What I have here, it says easy week for Jeremy as the Jets run the bye. Very easy.
It was
Big test this week. We'll get into that soon.
stressless, but it was very stressful watching football. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because fantasy.
And
And the Bills game.
it was. It wasn't
I
great.
got
It
it.
was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Rich,
It was a little boring.
take it away with the Bills.
Listen, I said a lot in the roundtable about this. It was an enjoyable game, turned sour.
It really
by the
was.
outcome.
It was great.
It was a great game.
Great game.
It was a great game of football.
as an NFL fan.
I stand by the point that Allen did not look like Allen. It just seemed to me that the elbow was bothering. He had a few throws where the arm looked a little weaker than it should. However, I guess it didn't get any worse, which I guess that's all you ask at this point. The defense played better than the score would indicate. They were super banged up. They made huge plays when it mattered. The fact that the Bills had a chance to win that game is crazy because the Bills' defense just kept them alive right down the wire. And all I got to say, Matt Milano is so good. If you watch Matt Milano play that game, you should be thinking he's a top 5 linebacker because he's the best run support linebacker. He's fun.
100% agree.
Yeah, I was just going to get to that. But Jacob, I know you want to talk about Cardinals. Give me like 30 seconds.
I don't really have much to say about the Cardinals. They won. Yeah.
Matt Milano, Rich, I think, honestly, if he doesn't, if he wasn't hurt for the game against the Jets, I don't know if he does win that game. Matt Milano was really, really good. What we talked about on the roundtable, way too many mistakes by the Bills. And I agree with you. I didn't agree with you on the roundtable. I didn't say anything on the roundtable because I didn't want to get everyone going. Just want to count on the top of his end. But I do think Allen wasn't really full, healthy Josh Allen. I mean, it wasn't bad. He made a bad decision or two.
He made a bad decision after the game. Otherwise,
But he didn't look like the gunslinger, comfortable in the pocket Josh Allen. You know what I mean? Like,
He
you
did.
can just tell with a guy like him, it's different. He didn't. I agree with you.
he ran for a ton.
He ran the ball, and even Singletary, they ran the ball a lot.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. Josh Allen didn't necessarily look like Josh Allen. So that's what I'm
Cardinals, they won.
saying.
That was one game I got right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Should have took him.
I don't really have much to say. They looked good. It was an impressive win. The defense played very, very well. I mean, besides the last drive of the game, really, by the Rams, we held them to like less than 200 yards. So the defense really, I mean, yeah, they didn't have much on offense, especially with Cup going down, but the defense still really played well. J.J. Watt, I don't know if anyone knows, he has like almost 6 sacks this season, too. J.J. Watt's playing very well.
I
Love Zach Allen. The team, I'm not going to count them out yet, but this week, listen, we paid Kyler so much, and I want him to succeed. And he's really, really talented. But I'm almost to the point where if he's not fully 100%, I'd rather Colt McCoy in there.
Yeah.
Because Colt McCoy is such an amazing leader. And he's 3-1 as a starter as Cardinal.
There's no arguing on the sidelines with Colt McCoy. There's no
Exactly.
arguing with Colt. Yeah.
He goes out
Guys
there,
like
he
to
plays.
play for Colt. He's one of
Everybody
the better
says it.
athletes.
When who's his last game? The Rams. When he left the Rams, or
No, the Giants.
Was it Giants?
I think so.
That was
He
Mike Leonard.
did play.
No, Colt McCoy was on the Giants.
I think but the last team he played for, I think was
I don't even remember.
because I remember
Mike
reading
Leonard.
something that said
And then he was-
they said Kingsbury and McVay are apparently good friends. I don't know why.
Because they're the same
They're such
age.
rivals. Yeah, exactly. They're the two youngest coaches.
one of them really smart. Maybe Kingsbury should take notes.
Yeah, the Giants. So I heard Kingsbury told McVay told Kingsbury that he's an idiot. He doesn't re-sign McCoy, which was an offseason, which is 100% true because he's a great leader and a backup that every team wants.
Well, the Cardinals have a backup that's even better. Chris McSorley.
so
I didn't know he was on the depth chart until the night of the game.
Really?
I had no idea.
He played really well in the preseason.
So I should have took the Cardinals to win just because Trace McSorley's on the roster. I didn't know. That's on me. I want to apologize to my fan
Well,
base.
there's a chance. There's actually a chance to make plans.
Well, then I might take the
Because
Cardinals.
they apparently, like, I know Colt McCoy's banged up. He should be fine. But if Kyler is not 100%, he's not playing.
Listen, if you're going to give me overseas Trace McSorley, I'm taking him.
different breed.
Rich, what's next?
Some circus acts.
I got to give You guys are gonna love my pick.
We have a lot. I feel like there's a lot of candidates this week.
You guys go first. You guys go first.
I'm gonna go first because I actually have two. I couldn't pick between the two. The first one I'll be quick because I don't want to beat a dead horse here. Mark Davis, Raiders owner.
Let me pull a picture for people watching.
Yeah. If you don't know what Mark Davis looks like, look it up because he has the worst haircut of all time. He just reinstilled the fact that his decision to hire Josh McDaniels as head coach for the Raiders was a good one, and he will be the coach next year. Mark Davis and his dumb haircut are the epitome of what's wrong with the Raiders organization for the past 20 years. The man will not admit when he made a mistake. His team doesn't know how to draft. His team doesn't know how to hire a good coach. A good coach fell into their lap last year because John Gruden got fired for being a racist. Rich Bisaccia, they finally had a good coach and they let him go. They said, no, Josh McDaniels is our guy. Derek Carr's crying in post-game interviews because his team is so bad. Mark Davis, figure it out, dude. You're a clown. My other clown, this is an interesting one. My other clown is Jim Crane. He's the owner of the Houston Astros. It's a very interesting situation playing out there because he just won the World Series. The reason he's my clown show is because he's a cheap punk. The whole cheating scandal unfolds a couple years back. They fire Jeff Luhnow, who was their GM at the time, and they bring in James Click as their new GM. He's a Rays guy. They brought him in on a short-term contract to replace Luhnow. In Click's 2-year tenure with Houston, 2 World Series appearances and a World Series win. Okay, so Click's contract expired after they won the Super Bowl, or the World Series. He asked for an extension, naturally. Jim Crane's offer to James Click, 1 year, $1 million. For a GM who went to a World Series and then went to another one and won it. That is completely insulting. Jim Crane says that he is at odds with Click's management style. Who cares his management style? He just took you to 2 World Series and won one. What? Jim Crane, stop being cheap, stop being a punk, stop being a clown. Oh my God.
Should I go mini guy?
I would yes, I would love for you.
I have 2 also. One of them I'm just throwing in there because I think somebody needs to, and I like to keep the football for the clown show. The Nets. Oh my God.
Yeah, that entire organization.
The entire organization. At least the bright side is Kyrie's coming back Sunday.
Is that a bright side?
I don't even know. Yeah,
for
my real clown show.
No, it's not.
First of all, I want to apologize to Rich for this, and I'm not hating on anybody, but it's Josh Allen.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that because I'm a huge Josh Allen fan. I think he's amazing. I think he's the top 3 quarterback in the league. I don't think it's arguable at all. But I've watched that last play probably almost 10 times. I left Jeremy's room after the game, right after that game ended, and I went back and watched the play. I've still yet to figure out who he's throwing the ball to. And for that reason, with the game on the line, you're in field goal territory. Worst thing that can happen now is you tie. There's a very good chance at winning. And shot Rich. I mean, who was that ball going to? There was 3 Vikings. There was 3 Vikings in front, and then there was a Bill, and he threw it on the line.
Yeah, he had a guy underneath. I can't remember who it was. Someone was open.
Over here, yeah. He had a guy here.
Yeah.
I mean, watching that throw, it was so bad. And I still get to figure out who he was on the ball to. So for that reason, it's Josh Allen. And Jeremy can't stop smiling. He's very excited right now.
I got 2 candidates.
We all got
Who
2.
is
And I'm sitting with them. Jacob Pion and Rich Artigiani. You want to know why you guys are my clown shows? You bet against Jeff Saturday. You don't go against Saturday on a Sunday.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
All day. You guys are clowns. Better not do it again this week.
It's you 3.
No, you. Just Jacob Pian and Rich Artigiani.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Don't bet against Saturday on a Sunday.
We were his cons. He didn't have an actual sports one. It was us.
Oh, yeah, it was you the whole time.
Let's talk a little bit.
Think of one.
We talked about it on the roundtable, but you guys get into your prediction for tonight's game, Titans at Packers. Give it a little recap.
Yeah, Titans. I don't really care. They Green Bay just won. I don't get why they're favored either. Titans are a better team on every facet. They have a better defense. They have a better offense. They have a better coach. Simple as that. Titans win.
Go, Pack, go. I'm taking the Packers. One, I want to be different than Jacob and Rich because I want to separate myself from the standings a little bit more.
You already separated yourself enough with that.
This is how we get back into Jacob. One game at a time.
Exactly.
I don't know. I didn't watch the Packers game on Sunday. I just know they won, so I feel like they're at home again. Rodgers kind of found a guy he can throw the football to and not, wince every time he lets go of the ball. So I think that'll help them. And I don't know. It's Thursday night. We saw the Panthers won last week, so maybe we'll see another 14 win tonight.
Well, apparently, it's an upset if the Titans beat the Packers. So
Which
I don't get how.
I
but-
can't.
Yeah, I got the Titans too. The Titans' entire team is Derrick Henry, offensive wise. The Packers can't stop the run. Derrick Henry I think, is going to play very well. Who made the point about Ben Jones? Was you, Rich?
No, it was Zeke.
Zeke made the point. Ben Jones being out, the center, he's a Pro Bowl center for he might be all pro too. The Titans, he's very good. And him being out might hurt them a little, but I still think that they're not going to be able to stop Derrick Henry.
Yeah, the Lambeau effect is not going to be a problem because
No.
they're just going to win.
Yeah. And I mean, the Titans, Derrick Henry didn't do much last week. And I feel like coming off games where he doesn't do much, he does a lot. So yeah, I got the Titans in a low scoring game.
Yeah, I definitely put emphasis.
Yeah.
On stories.
Thursday night football.
Yeah.
I'll be packing them, I'll watch them.
I'll probably be packing today.
Yeah. I'll watch, but Rangers.
Oh, North Hall better be ready. Rich knows.
Yeah, well, I think I'm-
Rangers goal.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually talked to it's a little off topic, but
We got
you know the
time.
people that live
Yeah.
on
all the
the
time.
not Vinny and Frank, the people on the other side. You don't know them. I met one of the kids
Who do
today.
we throw the
Two-
Vinny and Frank
353.
and other people?
353,
Yeah.
the one against my
Soccer
wall.
kids, yes.
Yeah, I met one of the kids today. I know it. He lives next to me.
Yeah.
For
all the viewers at home, we throw stuff against that wall all day long. I don't know how they
He
have
was wearing a
adults.
Penguin shirt. That's why I got it to him. Like, yo, you ever hear me yelling at the Rangers? He goes, oh yeah, I hear it all the time.
He's a Penguins fan?
Yeah,
We talked to him.
he's from California. He was wearing a Penguin shirt. I don't know if he's a Penguins fan. He's wearing a Penguin shirt. I don't know.
What?
But he said his roommate is a Rangers fan. So I'm
He's
like, all
a
right,
cool
cool.
kid. He's a cool kid.
Yeah.
Don't give him any
I
So,
bet you he's cool, but what is he's from
He's
California.
from Arizona, I think. That's what he
He's
did.
from Arizona. He's a Penguins fan,
It was all
and he's going to
Spain.
Utica University.
I don't know.
Wow.
But
He plays soccer.
he said his roommate is a big Ranger fan. So I told
Oh,
him
he's that
tonight.
guy.
Told him tonight. It'll be very loud. Because the Rangers are going to put up a lot of goals tonight. And
Okay.
entire North Hall.
Yeah. Hopefully. Let's get into our predictions for this week. Rich, you need a bounce back week. So do I.
Bounce back isn't the word. Rich needs a revival.
Resuscitate.
Game 1. There's Falcons. Rich, be
Uh,
smart here, please.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, now you have to be smart.
I love the Falcons too.
I
But
do
I'm going to Chicago. It's a tough pick. I think it'll be close. I don't think the Falcons go as bad as they did.
Now, I think these are probably two of the worst fourth quarter teams, considering they both blow leads. So I have the Bears winning. And as a little side note, more of a joke, I said, whoever has a lead late in the game is going to lose. But I'm taking the Bears.
The Falcons are an embarrassment. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a diss you, Rich. The fact that they came in last week on Thursday night with a chance to win the division. They were looking like they could actually win the
They
division.
actually
They still could, but if they won, they really could. And then you lose to the Panthers.
You
The
want
McCaffrey-less Panthers.
to know how they fix it? They
Yeah.
benched Marcus Mariota and put in
God.
Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, it's bad. I got the Bears. I don't think we can stop Justin Fields. I don't think anybody could. Nope. Next, Panthers Ravens. This might get
Ravens.
ugly.
No further comment. Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens.
Ravens. Next, Browns in Buffalo. Sorry, no,
No,
in Detroit.
no.
Yeah,
Thank God.
I had in my comments here the snow game.
Yeah.
It's no longer a snow
That would
game
have been
because
so cool to watch.
snow-
Like I said, I was
snow-
mentioning days
the
that they were playing. in
the
Buffalo.
snow would have drowned 5'7" Devin
just gonna
Singletary
say
if they played. But I think the game being in Detroit helps the Bills a ton, like so much. And now I feel
Did
confident.
you guys see
they're gonna win.
the Lions tweeted?
No.
No.
Hold on, we have time.
Yeah, I
They
think
have plenty of
I think the Bills. This helps the Bills a ton.
I agree 100%.
And they actually they're going to stay in Detroit because on Thanksgiving they played the Lions in Detroit. So yeah, I'm going to take
They tweeted something very funny.
I honestly think how cool would it be to see 5'7" Devin Singletary getting a handoff when the snow's above his head. How funny would that have been? And I mean, it's very smart moving the game because there would be literally no pass attempts at all.
Yeah. Also for
Um,
like the safety of fans going back.
Yeah, that too.
100%.
If it's as bad as it is
Stay home.
being hyped
So-
up to be,
Buffalo posted that they were playing on Twitter that they were playing in Detroit, and Lines said, "Important numbers are by the phone. Lock up when you leave, and please don't break the tables."
That's funny.
I love that.
That's
That
That was really
That's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah, I got the Bills,
I got the Jets.
and like I said, I was benching Diggs this week with that game in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck to my cousin Mikey. I'm playing with Tennis this week. Need to win.
I don't think the Bills are
He's
going to lose
listening.
3 games in a row. That's another big thing. It's the Bills. They're not going to drop 3
The
games.
Browns are.
Exactly.
Next game, the best team in the league, the Commanders, playing the Texans.
Commanders are winning, man. Heineke's just different.
Yeah.
And that team is vying for a playoff spot because the rest of the NFC stinks. The NFC East, all those teams can make the playoffs.
I was just
So
about to say, every NFC, I know every East team can
yeah,
play.
they're playing for something. They're playing for a guy they love. Commanders.
Now, Rich, you always bring up how much the Commanders love Taylor Heineke and how much they want to play for him. Do you know what he did for his linemen
I did.
after Monday
I
night?
do know.
I respect that so
He
much.
bought his entire offensive line pair of Jordans.
Eagles colored Jordans because they beat the Eagles.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's sick. That is so
That's
cool.
what. So that's what he's been doing. Every time he wins, he buys himself a pair of Jordans, the color scheme of the team he beat. But this week he did it for his
That is-
entire line.
That's
It's
awesome. I'm
Yeah.
taking the Commanders. It's not even a question. This guy Heineke, not really. He's just really fun to watch.
It just reminded me too. I should have put this as my clown show. Brandon Graham, you're
Oh,
embarrassing.
yeah.
That was terrible.
You're a veteran.
Yeah.
Anybody who said that the refs blew that, are you kidding? Heineke went down 3 seconds before Brandon Graham, who is a veteran, the biggest veteran on that field, besides Cox, Fletcher Cox. Brandon Graham, what are you doing? You guys could have gotten that ball back with a minute and a half.
It was terrible.
I got the Commanders. I mean, they're one of the hottest teams right now. As scary as it sounds, they should. Taylor Heineke should be undefeated this week, this year. Sorry, losing to the Vikings, blowing that game was bad. But they did.
When an unstoppable object,
Also,
an immovable force. Kirk Cousins in November and Taylor Heineke.
you guys know he's back this week, right? Chase Young.
Oh
Oh, no way.
So-
Yes.
He's
That
gonna
makes,
get back.
wow.
That's gonna be fun. I'll probably have Laramie Tunsil also, not
Yeah.
too much.
Eagles, Colts. Oh my God,
All right. Can I go first there?
Yeah.
please. God.
Sorry, Jeff. Saturday. I'm really
Oh,
sorry.
Thank you. Oh my
I
God.
can't go partying with Saturday and Sunday against the Eagles, especially off a loss. I'm taking the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm
Poor
taking,
Jeff.
I'm taking the Eagles. There's zero chance Jeff Saturday out coaches
Thank
Nick
you.
Sirianni.
So
Not
I
even
told
how
you.
coach is just that team is just so much better. Jets Patriots. Jeremy, you want to go first?
Oh, bye week coming
It's a
into
hard
New
pick, right,
England.
Jeremy?
Huh?
Hard pick.
Oh, this was fairly easy, I'd say. Coming off bye week, after an exciting win, this Jets team, they want this game so bad. And I don't know if you guys listened to post-game interviews after the game against the Bills. They just kept bringing up the Patriots. Taking the Jets. We're flying high into New England. We're taking a dub. We're going to be first place in the division after the Jets win this week.
This is such a hard pick.
I know.
I'm gonna go Jets. I don't think they get swept this season because they're good, and I don't see them getting swept by a team who isn't as good as them.
Yeah, this was a hard pick, and I root for the Jets every week, and that's the reason I'm going to say Jets. I'm scared. Yeah, they're coming off the bye week, and that's a scary thing. We saw it
Both
last
teams
week.
are, though. That's the thing.
We saw it last week. A team who had an amazing win in the Browns the week before,
Yeah.
and they go into the bye week and they come out stale.
Mhm.
So I'm scared for that. And I just saw Zach Wilson was like tweeting or saying like, "Oh, the haters! Oh, I'm gonna play well this weekend." Like, shut up and just play well.
Well,
Honestly, Zach Wilson, stop talking. Stop pretending like, "Oh, the haters are the critics." Enough. Play well.
I
Critics
agree.
will stop if you play well.
I was actually
and
just
that,
gonna bring him up.
it's Zach Wilson this week.
Oh,
It's not anybody else. We all know the Jets defense is the best in the league. We all know they're gonna ball out. Ramondre Stevenson made them look silly last time they played them. And I think they need to contain him a little because Stevenson played really well, but Zach Wilson needs to play.
Yep.
He needs.
Well,
I'm not saying he needs to play the best game of his career. He
no,
just needs to play
no.
good.
That's that's my point. Wilson, the last time they played the Patriots, he tried to do way too much. We all saw it. He, in his interview with the press today after practice, they kept talking about it, and he didn't seem too overly excited to play, which I guess is a good sign because then he's not like, all right, this is a revenge game. This is a game I really got to go win it for the team. He's got to do exactly what his job is, and I think you're going to get two completely different Jets offenses in this game against the Patriots. Week 8, I believe, right?
I think so.
That just wasn't what we were seeing all year, and I think you're going to see what you saw against the Bills and the Dolphins, and then I think you're going to see that this Sunday when the Jets take on the Patriots. I mean, I'm very excited.
Well, I'm just asking if Zach Wilson sucks.
Listen, he may suck, but when they win, they win.
He's my sucker. I love him.
No, wait, isn't
Yep.
is it
Go ahead.
Uncle Jay?
No.
I was gonna
Chris,
say.
Giant fan.
Come on.
This is gonna hurt Jeremy because he already picked the Titans, but the Packers are wearing all white unis.
I didn't pick that.
Whoa.
Oh, you Packers. Packers wearing all white first time since 2019.
That's awesome.
No, it's not.
I like my pick.
Yeah. Rams Saints.
Snooze fest of the week.
Really? That one?
Yeah, no, there's two.
The Rams are putting up 0
I'm
points.
taking the Saints.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who to pick because they're both so bad. But I'm like Saints. I guess their defense is good. Sure.
I'm going Saints because of the sole reason that Cooper Cup will not be playing.
Yeah, that's
Cooper Cup is 99% of that.
Yeah.
And
I think it's more
I'll give. Yeah, I want to say 100, but I got to
Yeah,
give.
Aaron
They do have another roster,
this year.
but yeah, Saints. And I don't think it's gonna be close actually. I don't even know if the Rams are gonna score this week.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lions Giants.
Listen, one day I'm gonna pick against the Giants and hold that off.
I keep telling
And
myself
that day is today.
I don't hate the pick.
The Detroit Lions, they're playing good, I guess, the past couple of weeks. I guess the defense still stinks, but the good news for them is the Giants' offense isn't that good. And the Lions' run defense is a lot better. Not that it's great; it's a lot better than pass defense. So I'm going to take the Lions. I don't feel confident, but I'm going to take the Lions.
I'm gonna ride with my barber Kevin. Now we talked about this game yesterday. I was in the shop getting faded up. We talked about it. The Lions, they score 30 points a game, but the Lions are 29th in pass defense and 30th in rush defense. The Giants have Saquon Barkley, which is very good at running the football. I honestly think there might be a lot of points scored in this game because how bad the Lions defense is and how kind of good their offense is, which is weird to say, but I'm taking the Giants, but I really think it's going to be a shootout.
Good game,
A shootout, but with one team running the ball every other play.
This is tough because
Oh,
Daniel
Chris.
Jones.
I'm taking the Giants. So
Daniel Jones, like, he's just. I know he's playing okay. He's just not impressing me.
I don't know if you ever will.
But
This week I don't think he has to.
I gotta stop picking against the Giants. I'm going with the Giants.
I don't think
Their
Daniel
defense is
Jones
really
has
good.
to impress you.
Their defense is really good. The Lions' defense is really bad.
I think if Daniel Jones keeps doing what he's been doing and doesn't try to do too much,
I'm going against Saquon Fantasy to let it up.
oh, then yeah, I can pick.
So yeah, Giants. Next game, Rich. This
Yeah,
is a
talk
snooze
about
fest
this
of the
one.
week.
I know this is the other side.
Raiders Broncos.
Is it a snooze fest though? Because I mean, this is the matchup we've all been waiting for: Nathaniel Hackett against Josh McDaniels. Who's going to be worse? Who's going to be the worst coach?
That's a good way to look at it, actually.
I'm going Broncos because the
That's right.
only reason I'm going with the Broncos is because the Raiders are hurt. Right, that's the only reason. I get the Broncos have a great defense, but they still don't win games, so I don't know how much it matters. But I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Rich. I'm taking the Broncos. I can't make myself pick the Raiders first of all, and I think it's honestly a battle of who's the worst head coach. And I think Josh McDaniels takes that fairly easy. This game is going to either be surprisingly really good or exactly what we expected, really, really bad. I'm taking the Broncos. So Russell Wilson, hopefully you win. You don't say anything about writing.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
Yeah.
no.
The Broncos have a top 3 defense in the league.
That's the thing.
So
Derek Carr is in
yeah,
trouble.
I got the Broncos. Another controversy. Cowboys Vikings.
Why I say controversial? We're in Kirk, remember?
Dallas is favored. I don't think that at all. Kirk Cousins is better than Dak Prescott. Minnesota's defense, they're riding high right now. Vikings. The Vikings.
Yeah, Dak Prescott is so bad. If he plays, this is not.
He's really not.
He's not. He sucks.
I'm worried
It's
because
Kirk
against-
Bember, Jacob.
I'm worried because Zeke might be playing. Which sucks.
That's not a
Tony
good.
Collins will still
Exactly.
be
So you're
playing.
gonna have Dak Prescott and Ezekiel.
But
Elliott
I'm
with
going
the
to Cowboys. I love that defense. I'm not worried about them losing to the Packers.
He
It's the
hates.
Packers.
He hates Kirk Cousins.
No,
I
I don't
hate Kirk
hate.
Cousins.
I don't
It's just I
hate.
think the
No,
Packers
I
are really
just
good.
like. I just like the mess.
I'm over the
Yeah, I don't
Kirk
hate
every
the
month kind of thing.
I don't-
December, November, October, whatever that.
Oh wait,
that
so
one.
when Kirk, you are.
I don't hate the Cowboys pick. I just don't understand why they pick. I don't get that at all.
I'm taking Vikings. It's Kirk Bember. It's Kirk at 4 o'clock. Yeah. What? You're not gonna see about 4 o'clock.
Next game.
Oh, another good game.
Yeah.
Rack 'em up.
Bengals, Steelers, Bengals.
Bengals.
Dang.
Although TJ Watt might kill Joe Burrow this week,
It's
Yeah.
possible.
but
Right.
Bengals.
Joe Mixon coming off of
He's not gonna do anything. Watch.
uh,
Well, the big question mark is Jamar Chase.
he's not playing.
Yeah.
No.
Because you saw something different than I saw. You saw
He's
it
not playing.
a lot later than I did, which means that.
I mean, Buda Baker
Right.
played last week, so yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
no.
anyway, I mean, we do put
They're not expecting
We do
Jamar to
put-
play at all.
Cliff Kingsbury and Zach Taylor in the same category, right? Like they're both equivalently stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking the Bengals. Who Dey Nation. I don't with or without Chase. I don't think it matters. What's up, Jermaine?
Next game.
What's up? We got Jermaine back in the studio. He's taking some candy.
Get the Bengals, right?
Yeah, Bengals.
Chiefs, Chargers. This might get ugly.
Here's no. listen,
Might?
listen.
Oh, hold on.
Here's. I need to make up for a huge deficit. Here's what I'm going to say. If both Keenan Allen and Mike Williams play, I'm taking the Chargers.
Okay.
Okay. If one of them does not
What's up,
play,
Jermaine?
I'm taking the Chiefs. Is that
What are
okay?
you saying about it?
Is that okay?
That's fair.
Because they
That's
both
fair.
practice. They both
Yeah.
practice today.
Fully.
But I don't. If one of them doesn't play, I'm taking the Chiefs. If they both play, give me the Chargers. Herbert's so good.
What if one of them plays?
I'm the Chiefs. They need both.
I just wanted to ask.
Yep.
Well, I'm going Chiefs. You're gonna see prime time Kadarius Toney.
Oh, I'm actually reading about him right now.
Yeah.
Cole Harmon just got placed in the IR.
Yeah.
Really?
And Juju's injured.
It's
I don't know if he's
Kadarius-
playing.
Kadarius Toney game.
And who's the other guy?
Kelsey?
MVS.
MVS, he's
I
not
think he's playing.
He doesn't.
He's coming back this week. He's sick, but he's playing.
Okay.
I mean, Tony's receiver won this week.
I still like the Chiefs. Though.
Oh, he won. Yeah. We're talking about the Chiefs.
No, I know. But Rich picked the
But
Chargers.
like the
No, I
Chargers
got
are so
the Chiefs.
confusing though. They can play
That's the
great
thing.
one
Like
week.
they don't.
Yeah.
They pick and choose when they want to play good football. I'm taking the Chiefs just because I don't like the Chargers. I don't like Staley. I can't put faith into that man.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the
I
Chiefs.
can't put faith into Herbert though. He's awesome.
That's fair.
Love
49ers at Cardinals.
But not actually
In
at
Mexico.
Cardinals, yeah.
And I love this because the Cardinals are one of the best road teams in the league. I don't know if you guys know that. They're like 11
Yeah.
if they're on the road.
Yeah, I do know.
After
Yeah.
13 games. I love that this is a home game for the Cardinals because it's not home. It is in Mexico. What do you guys got?
Niners, and I think it could be ugly. And I'm going to say this once and for all: if the Niners win, this will be Cliff Kingsbury's last game. That is my final.
If it means that he's his last game, I might want him.
This is the only time I will make this prediction. I think if they lose, this is Kingsbury's last game.
Well, Jacob, the stat you just said made me change my pick. I'm taking the Cards, baby. It's just for you. Taking the Cards.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's got such a big lead to play with.
no, it's not
I'm
even
gonna
that.
pick the Cards.
I just don't love the Niners. I don't like Jimmy G.
Yeah.
And
And that
that's
was
the
not a
thing.
great win against the Chargers.
No, exactly. That's
The
the
leading
thing.
team.
I don't like Jimmy G, and I don't. The Cardinals, they're just weird. They're a very weird
Because they
team.
have talented roster.
Exactly. That's the thing. They have a very talented roster, and they're not in Arizona.
And here's my take with the game. The Cardinals, this is it. The season is on Monday.
Yes, exactly. You have to come
This
out. You
game
have
is
to
what's
go
it.
hard.
Because if you lose another divisional game, you do not have a chance.
No.
They lost to Seattle. They lost one to LA. They had to play the Niners again. And this is the season. They need to win this game if they want any chance of winning. And they have a very good chance of winning because the Niners are, I think the Seahawks are in first place. I'm not riding on the Seahawks. But I need Kyler to ball out. I think they could. And it's a win-win for me because if they win, they win. If they lose, I'm assuming and agreeing with Rich that Kingsbury will be fired if they lose. So it's like a win-win for me.
He should be fired.
But
He should be fired right now.
Yeah, I got the Cardinals. Scary, but I got the Cardinals.
He's not good.
Jeremy, you can go sit in the corner. College football is next.
I'll get some water, I guess.
Yeah.
We're back.
Rich, you want me to ask my questions now? Or you want to talk first?
You can ask your questions.
All right, cool.
How long is it gonna take?
A few minutes.
That's gonna be a pie. I'm so serious. I'm hungry.
Alabama, close game. They won.
Yep.
It was
That's
against
right.
a ranked team.
Yep.
But what do you think?
I thought it was an important win for them. It's keeping their season hopes alive through the playoff. I still don't think they can really slip in. And it's a good win. Ole Miss is good, but they didn't win like Alabama usually wins. Ole Miss played it close, which I expected. But yeah, it's an important win for Alabama. I don't know how significant it will end up being, but they definitely.
You were wrong. Washington beat Oregon.
Yeah, that's right.
Big upset. What do you think?
Yeah, Oregon is now cooked in terms of playoff hopes. I said it would be close. I did have Oregon winning, but yeah, the Washington offense, it's so high powered. They came out on top. I love it because I love Mike Phoenix, and I always like a good upset. So
Who was the quarterback this week that ran for negative 40 yards? Do you see that?
no,
Who was the quarterback that ran for negative 40 yards this week? I'm
that's
trying to find it. I thought it was Bo Nix. No,
that's awesome.
it might have been. Was it?
Negative 40
I don't
yards.
think it was Max Duggan either. It's possible it was Max Duggan actually.
It didn't matter. They won
No, they won.
against a good team.
Max Duggan this week, 10 attempts, negative 41 yards.
I don't even know.
And he ran a 10
because I didn't
yard
watch
run.
that game.
I need a 10-yard run.
Wow, that's
What is that?
hilarious.
Yeah, right. Next up, next question. I talked about them last week, and they lost. UCLA. What happened? Losing to unranked Arizona.
Yeah, that's a really bad loss because not only is Arizona unranked, shout out my boys, Tanner and Dom, two very close friends of mine who go to Arizona.
Oh, really?
I'm sure they're really happy.
You go to
with that
ASU?
win. They go to Arizona.
Okay.
Wildcats. But yeah, that Arizona football's not good.
They're
They're
warm.
not that
They're warmer than us right now. I can tell you that.
Yeah. But UCLA, just like Oregon, their playoff hopes are cooked. They didn't have quite as good of a shot as Oregon, but they're definitely out of it now. The defense just not a good defense. Good offense, bad defense.
So TCU, staying undefeated.
Yeah.
I have kind of a similar question. This question and my last question are kind of similar, so I'm going to save it for the end. But you want to just talk about them real quick?
Yeah, TCU, man. You know how much of a fan I am of TCU and Max Duggan. First-year head coach Sonny Dykes, man, he keeps that team undefeated against a very underrated Texas team. They were ranked. Quinn Ewers, I love Quinn Ewers. I think he's going to be a superstar quarterback in college and in the NFL someday. It wasn't a high-scoring game, but I thought it was very important to see TCU's defense contain a good offense. That shows me that they're well-rounded and they are going to be a tough team come playoff time, hoping they make the playoff. So yeah, big move for TCU.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of upsets this week because there is every week.
Yeah.
But just based off looking at rankings and games, it's not a ton of big games this week.
No,
At all?
It's not huge.
One that stood out, Oregon, Utah. Oregon is ranked 12. Utah's ranked 10. What do you got?
This might
Does Oregon bounce back?
This might be a little biased because I love Utah. I've always loved Utah football.
Before you go on, they don't even know if Bo Nix is playing this week. They're confused. I think the team is doesn't trust him.
That's really weird because he's having a good year.
Right.
That's the only reason they have playoff hopes. But anyway, I do have Utah. I will say that the only reason they have 2 losses is because they were the most injured team in college this year. They had so many injuries, and they're starting to get healthier. They're playing well as of late. They have one of the best coaches in the country, Kyle Whittingham. He's so underrated as a head coach. I love quarterback Cam Rising. Yeah, and I love Utah, so that's why I'm going to pick him. It wouldn't shock me if Oregon won, but I do have Utah.
So let's say Bo Nix is hurt, which is why they're comparing as if he is going to play, but he's not enough.
Sorry.
Other game, we talked about it a little in the round table. Ohio State versus Michigan. You have Ohio State, right?
I did have Ohio State, and I think it could get out of hand too, because a lot of college football fans are doubtful of Michigan, myself included, and they seem to prove us wrong every week. But I just don't think they're the same team as Ohio State. pretty much every facet. The defenses are comparable, but Ohio State's offense is just miles better in my opinion, and I don't trust Harbaugh as a coach, especially going against Ryan Day, who's a very good coach. And it's in Ohio. I think Ohio State is going to win the Big Ten.
So let's talk about the rankings a little. I know you're not a huge fan of the rankings.
Yeah.
Ever. Tennessee at 5. What do you think? Is that fair?
Yes.
There's a 14th in front of them are really good.
Yeah. And I get a lot of people think Tennessee and TCU are interchangeable at 5 and 4, and Tennessee did have a huge bounce
I would
back.
say it's closer to Michigan.
Yeah, that's true. I completely agree with that, actually. Tennessee bounced back this past week. They put up 66, which is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
They've been that
Wow.
offense.
I didn't
all
hope they
year.
played that amazing.
Yeah. I do think it's fair to have them at 5 because they lost. I know it was Georgia, but I do value TCU being undefeated. And it's not like Tennessee's at 6 or 7. That would be ridiculous. Tennessee's at 5. They still have a very clear path to the playoff. I think it's totally fair.
So we're going to talk about your team now, TCU. Ohio State at 1, Georgia at 2. In terms of 3 and 4, Michigan at 3 and TCU at 4. 1, who is better? And 2, does TCU have a chance to break the top 3 this season?
Yeah, I think TCU is a better team. I think they are better coached. I think they have a better quarterback. They don't have quite as good of a defense. But I get why Michigan's at 3. I actually don't hate that. They play in a tougher conference. They had bigger expectations coming into the year. That's a thing people forget about. They were expected to be this good, and they had. TCU's been a bit of a surprise. So I don't necessarily disagree with Michigan at 3 and TCU at 4. What I will say, though, is if Michigan loses, not only should they move out, TCU should definitely slip in at 3. And
100%.
Tennessee and
At this point, it's kind of based off wins and losses.
definitely.
4 undefeated teams at the top.
Yeah.
Which is why Tennessee, if Michigan loses, Tennessee should jump them too.
Totally.
So that's all the questions I have. Do you have anything to talk about before we go into the Heisman rankings?
No, pretty much
All right.
covered
You
it.
want to start? You want me to start? Let's go.
I'll go first, I guess.
By the way, this is hard this week.
It
And
is
I'll
hard.
explain why when I go. But yeah.
It's hard, and I think the reason not much changed in my ranking is because of how hard it was.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't
No,
bring
every
myself
team
to
won.
change much. Bo Nix, he's out in my ranking. He was out, I mentioned last week. And moving in for him is the guy who beat him, Mike Penix Jr. I finally am going to give him some credit. The reason I've been,
mention, you said?
yes, the reason I've been keeping him out is because of the 2 losses, but we know how good the stats are. 67.1 completion percentage, 3,640 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 6 picks. The 6 picks does make me throw up in my mouth a little bit, but he throws the ball so much that
Exactly. He's a team.
yeah, he's good. 5, I have Drake May. North Carolina got a very important win over Wake. It wasn't a big win. They narrowly defeated them, but it is a big win because they're still competing for the ACC championship. 70% completion percentage, 3,412 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 3 picks. Something to note real quick, and I kind of forgot about this. Drake May is a redshirt freshman. We get to watch this guy for at least another season. He's awesome. And I kind of completely forgot he was a redshirt freshman. So
20 years old.
yeah, something interesting. Number 4, I have Max Duggan. Like I just mentioned, they got a big win over Texas, and they're undefeated still. Duggan's numbers keep slowly but surely improving every week. He's got a 66% completion percentage, 2,531 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 2 picks is very good. Yeah, I love Max Duggan. He's at 4 for me. At 3, I still have CJ Stroud. And the only thing keeping this at 3 is the 4 picks for me. 67% completion percentage, 2,750 yards, 34 touchdowns and 4 picks. He's great. If they win the Big Ten, I think he probably goes up for me. I'm going to keep him at 3 now. At 2, I still have Hendon Hooker. They dropped 66, like I said, which is awesome. Hooker played amazing once again. His numbers are just a little bit behind my guy at 1. He's got a 71% completion percentage, which is very, very good. 2,888 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Hooker's very good. He got back on track this past week. But number 1, I still do have Caleb Williams at USC. He did throw an interception, but that doesn't even really matter because that was only his second of the year. He got a 63.7 completion percentage, 3,010 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Caleb Williams, like the top 3 is so interchangeable. I like Caleb's numbers combined with his record. So that's my ranking for what you got.
Yeah, so, player fell out. I also got Bo Nix.
Yeah.
That was just unimpressive.
Mhm.
Honorable mention. I have Max Duggan in my honorable mention right now. I think him and Michael Penix will have it 5 or kind of interchangeable too.
Yeah.
Either one of them. I just think that Penix, he puts that team on their back every week.
Definitely.
Would you say his stats for this week? I mean, they're insane.
Yeah, he had stats this week.
I mean, it's just another insane week. Him threw for 408 yards.
Another
I
weird
think
thing
it's a
is,
ranked team.
yeah, another weird thing is, I think he's a redshirt senior, so this is his 5th year, I believe. He's
Yeah,
a transfer
he's
from
older.
Indiana. He had a very good year with Indiana, but
He's 22.
they never threw the ball.
Yeah.
It's weird. He never had a year like this, and he shows up to Washington, a short left-handed quarterback, and he just slings the ball downfield. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So you said your 3 are interchangeable. I have 4.
Okay.
I think honestly, Drake May, he could win. I think he could be. If somebody said he's won, I would not argue.
If they win the ACC,
Like
definitely will.
the week he had,
Yeah.
448 passing, three touchdowns he threw. He ran for 70 yards. He ran for a
He's just
touchdown.
a rusher.
I mean, like you said, 34 touchdowns to 3 picks. That is insane. I mean, honestly, I put him at 4, but yeah, that's just because I had the other guys at top 3. I feel like should be the top 3 because the teams are on. But I think Drake May and these next 3, any one of them could be one.
Yeah, aside from TCU, they've been the most impressive team.
Yeah.
Yeah. North Carolina. No one
100%.
expected this from them. It's crazy.
3, agreed. I got CJ Stroud. I want to put him at 2 because Ohio State just looks like they're not going to lose.
Yeah.
Because their team is so good. And they just continue to blow out everything they play. But like you said, Hendon Hooker, huge bounce back week, coming off the loss. Threw for 355, 3 touchdowns, ran for 1. A great week. 2, I said Hendon Hooker. 1, I got Caleb Williams too. Caleb Williams is just sick.
And he's also another young guy. He's a sophomore.
And Caleb, you have to be so scared with him running the ball too. He ran for 2 touchdowns too this week. He's just so athletic, so scary. Like he's a threat in every way.
He's a big problem.
Yeah. Jeremy,
Hey,
welcome back.
hey guys.
Yeah.
So-
NHL.
Yay.
We're not about till 8:30 tonight, so let's talk a little about the NHL.
There's not much to talk about on the Rangers. I mean, 2-game win streak, that's nice. Much better than where they were last week. No?
It's so scary.
They haven't played since Sunday. So, really not much to say about them. They beat Detroit 8-2 last Thursday. That was great to see. And on Sunday, they beat the Coyotes 4-1, which that's a win you kind of expect because the Coyotes are not that great.
1 game win streak, by the way. To lose to the Preds after the Rangers,
Oh, you're right. My fault.
which I so saw coming.
That was Saturday night. My fault. Yeah,
And we watched that game together. Saros stood on top of his
Yeah,
freaking
That's my
head.
fault.
I didn't think we were going to score at all because I thought scoring those 8 goals, I thought we were good for like a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should have won that game because Saros just played amazing.
I mean, they had a 1-minute power play in the last.
Oh my
5
god, let
minutes.
me get this started. And then
Minutes.
pulled our goalie at 6-on-4 for a minute and a half.
Yeah. Bad loss. But
Adam Fox.
what do you think about Gallant?
In terms of is he going to go?
Well, yeah.
Fox is a great coach.
Oh, I
And I
totally
think
agree.
the more we win, the more it'll show. I'm not worried about the Rangers. I think we're a couple.
They always
I think
do
we're
this every year.
contender
They
for a
always start off shaky at the beginning of every season. It's just annoying.
Adam Fox is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
He's just, Keandre Miller said it. He hates that, he's just a player. He said it's annoying because every time Fox is on the ice, he's the only person you notice. He's so good. And I was talking to my dad about this the other day. I hate to say that I won't like that. I hate to bring up Reeves leaving, but I think Patrick Kane being traded to the Rangers is one of the best things the Rangers could do right now.
I totally agree. That's the best thing.
And he has a $10 million cap. Patrick Kane makes a lot of money, and we don't have that much money.
It's going to take a lot
So
more Reeves.
if we do get him, I think it's going to take Kako, which I'm not totally against. Listen,
I think a young
Kako's
guy.
playing well.
Yeah.
He's playing well this year, but he's still not putting up points. And I'm sorry, but at some point, you have to get worried about a second overall pick.
right now,
Jack Hughes, tearing it up right now.
Right now, the only guy putting up points consistently is Panera. I mean,
And Fox.
right, that's like it.
But that's consistently. I'm not asking for Kako to put up points consistently. I'm asking him to put up points.
Fair enough.
He's just not really putting up points.
But then the Blackhawks even going to win it.
Blackhawks are rebuilding, so yeah. Patrick Kane's all they had. The last player they had to trade. They got rid of the Brinkat. So
yeah, fair enough.
we're gonna have to give up Reeves if you want him. Most likely just because of Cat.
That's
Reeves
fine.
carries I think about a
I'd
5
say
mil.
Reeves, a young guy, and maybe a pick.
That's what it's gonna take. We have two firsts this year, so it's gonna take one of our firsts, which the Stars pick, which we got for Mills Lundqvist, it's not gonna be a high pick. It's top 10 protected, but it's not gonna be a high pick because the Stars are really good. So I wouldn't mind trading that pick, Reeves and a guy like Kako. I don't want to trade Laffy. I think Laffy's better than Kako, and I want to see Laffy play. And I don't want to see them break up the kid line, but you can't have your entire team. You know, the Bruins prove it every game. Veterans matter and count so much. And like I said to my dad too, we're running out of time. And Aaron is 30, Nika's 30. These guys are getting old. Kreider's 32 or 31, whatever it is. These guys, they're not going to have time for it. Like, when Kreider's up, when he's a free agent, I don't think we're signing him. We don't have the money
What's
to.
he up? 2 years?
In 2 years. Like, we don't have we have like hundreds of thousands of dollars in money right now.
Yeah.
I think we have $700,000 or $800,000. We don't have much to make to sign anybody. We need to go all in. And going all in means trading a young piece, which we have so many of.
Right, but then
And so many
do they
picks.
even have money to pay Kane? Because they'd be
Well, we don't
taking
have to pay him yet. What I'm saying is, if we want to trade for him, we need to give up.
That's what I'm saying.
better.
You need to take on his contract.
Yeah, I'm saying we can get we
If you give up
we
Reeves,
could also give up
Reeves-
extra. The Blackhawks can keep up to 50% of his contract.
Okay.
So
I know
if
they
that's
can
the
take-
case, we will have to give up probably another pick.
I know they can keep a certain number.
Yeah, they can keep up to 50% of his contract, which I don't think they need to keep all of it.
No, they can
Reeves
keep
carries a
up
4 or 5 mil cap.
Yeah,
We need to. I think Patrick Kane to us would be great.
that would be
You
great.
throw
but
him on the line with Panarin and Trocheck. They need. I said it. Do you remember me saying it earlier in the year? Panarin needs a consistent line to play with. He can't be playing with a new guy every single game. And him and Trocheck are great together.
I agree.
Trocheck is going to go off tonight, by the way. I'm benching him next. There's so many centers now. I need to bench one of them, and I'm benching him. And so, for the sole reason of he's going to play really well.
I don't know. I think they always kind of start off shaky. You know what I mean? Every single year.
Depends. Some years we start off amazing. It's weird. But now is the point where the beginning of the season's over, so we need to start playing well. We need to
Yeah,
figure it
and
out.
I think playing the Sharks tonight. The Sharks haven't looked that bad as of late. But this is a game you have to go to.
Playing the Kraken tonight.
Hey, why did I put the Sharks?
Sharks are Saturday.
I don't know why I put the Sharks. They're playing the Kraken tonight. Is Martin Jones playing for them? I'm assuming.
Oh my God, the Stars are 4-0.
Yeah, I saw that.
Is Martin Jones playing?
I'm
I would
assuming.
assume so. He's
Yeah.
the best guy. Kraken team has been good.
Yeah, but the Rangers are better. You know what I mean?
We're averaging 34 shots a game.
How many goals?
Those pucks need to go in, man.
It's only like, what, 2.5 goals?
2-7. Not great.
That's not great.
That
That's
many
bottom
shots.
half of the league, no?
I think that's enough for Rangers talk. There's not much more to say.
There's not much to even really talk about.
Let's talk about the Devils real quick, who are beating the
They're winning
Maple
tonight.
What is going on? Jack
Young and
Hughes. Oh my
fun.
God.
Young and fun. And their goaltending is really good. What's his name? Vidalek? Vitek Vidalek?
Yeah. Black was hurt.
That's a good name.
He throws it off the tongue.
Vitek Vidalek.
Said something like that. I don't know.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. They're
They're good.
I think anyone who kind of follows hockey knew that they were going to be better than last year, and they had a chance to be good, to be on a 10-game winning streak. And right now, it looks like it's going to be 11. That's absurd
No, I didn't see
in hockey. Like that's unheard of in hockey. He's winning 10 games in a row. That's unheard of.
That's insane, dude. Like, it's just,
That's in 8th of the season.
I don't know.
Think about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I welcome Jeremy back. Now let's welcome Rich back. Let's talk about basketball.
Yeah. NBA.
The next,
Hopefully,
baby.
hopefully when we come back from Thanksgiving, we'll be able to talk about a little college if you guys are done.
I mean, that's going to be all you.
I'm more of a college basketball guy than a college football
I'll
guy.
keep an eye on it so I can
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah,
But
we won't go too in depth. In a couple weeks, try to get some college basketball.
Yeah,
tonight.
sure.
The
The
Knicks on the
Knicks.
West Coast, baby.
Yeah, big win. First time beating Denver in Denver in like 10 years.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
Or-
Randall had a great game, so
Oh my
you know what
God.
that means. The next game is going to suck.
One thing I want to point out though, Jeremy, before you speak,
Yeah.
RJ Barrett sucks.
I was going to bring that up.
I'm sorry.
Do you think this is just going to be a downgrade thing?
I don't.
Because I
What
refuse
is
to
the
believe he's
problem?
not good. I refuse to.
It
believe
has
he's
to be good.
That's the thing. Like I thought he was good, and I was scared for that pick when we drafted him. I thought it was a little early, but I just what like he was supposed to come in this year and be a supposed potential All-Star and
He's
be, the,
supposed to be our
and
number
be the
two.
best player on it possible.
It's supposed to be our number 2 scorer.
What is the problem?
I don't know. I don't think it's anything on the surface.
He
I
can't
think it's
shoot.
something like Randall last year.
That was the thing that he did in Duke. He shot the ball, lights out.
Yeah.
He cannot shoot. There's a night he's like a worse Anthony Simons
Yeah.
because he never really shoots well. It's every night it's 1 for 12, 0 for 8 from 3, 0 for 7. Like what is it?
I really think it's the thing like Randall last season when pressure, something mentally that we don't really see on the surface. Because what else could it be? He has talent. We're just not really seeing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the problem.
I guess the bright side is that RJ Barrett has played bad almost every game.
And we're splitting.
Randall plays bad half your games, and you're still, what, 8-7?
I believe 8 and 7 because they were 6 and 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're above 500 with probably your main guy heading into the year playing like garbage, and your other main guy playing like garbage half your games. Brunson's been great.
Can't say
Yeah.
enough good things.
Yeah, I know Jerry wants to talk about Brunson. He's been really good.
Brunson has
What do
been
you think?
great. So I want to bring up a different guy. Someone doesn't get much credit. Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish has been great for the
Playing
Knicks.
really well.
He's been great. He didn't. They traded for him last year. He didn't come over and really play much. Thibodeau just like he liked them. Cam Reddish has been playing very valuable minutes for the Knicks. And it's not the usual crew for the Knicks that are getting it done. It's guys like Jericho Sims, like Isaiah Hartenstein, like Cam Reddish, and I guess that's promising because you have your bench guys producing really well when your starters aren't. You would think that something will, fix itself over time, and the starters will get going. Guys like RJ, guys like Randall, guys like IQ.
Before you IQ, I hate him, but
He's been playing really well as a
solid.
rookie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a big quickly fan.
no, I
but
know that. One thing I love that Thibodeau does, which I don't really love much that he does, I really think I think he's on his way out. I love when Randall and Pop are on the court at the same time. When they're on the same time, that is great. Great around the rim, and they're great at attacking the rim. You know what I mean? Because Toppin's a guy who's just going to go grab rebounds and dunk the ball.
Yeah.
It's great because it's a small ball. When the opposing center is out, you attack with Randall and Obi, and not many teams can stop that. And I think that is a great duo to have on the court at the same time.
the guy I want to talk about before you go, Rich, Jericho Sims,
Yes,
I don't know.
playing really well.
great.
And
Loved him since he
Hardenstein needs to stay on the bench because when he does start, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Hardenstein, keep him on the bench. He's a very good
But I
bench
feel like it's
piece.
the same thing for
But while
Sims.
Mitch is hurt, Jericho Sims is a glass cleaner.
I don't think
He
he's missed a
gets
shot all year.
every board.
I don't think he's missed a shot all year.
And when he starts, he gets like 12 boards.
Let me look this up because now, sure, you guys can talk.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Jeremy.
I'm glad Jeremy brought up Cam Reddish because
Yes.
I think that's a guy with a ton of potential. When him and RJ were at Duke, like, yes, RJ was a knockout shooter, but Cam Reddish was the shooter on the team. Cam Reddish shot the lights out of the ball when he was on Duke with RJ.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that the Knicks got seemingly a good 3D guy. I like Cam Reddish.
By the way, Traylon Burks, 43-yard catch.
That's ideal.
We brought up Jericho Sims. So heading into the game against the Jazz, not last 2 nights ago, he didn't miss a shot all year. He went 5 for 7 against the Jazz, 2 for 3 last night. He's shooting at 85%, which I know he's a center.
How many
you know,
shots?
all year?
Doesn't matter.
How many
It's-
shots did he make in a row?
it's still sick. I get
11.
7.
He was 11 for 11,
That's
which
awesome.
I know that's not a big sample
No,
size.
shots,
but
but still
That's
insane.
good. Yeah, that's
I know.
not easy.
It's opposite of
Jericho Sims is great.
RJ.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Complete opposite.
I mean, honestly, like I know Mitch is great, but I don't know. I hear things about Mitch
I keep saying I want
maybe
Mitch
being
traded.
shocked Maybe they shop Mitch.
I want him.
They
to
start
finish.
Sims because Sims can start. You know what I mean? Sims could be a starting center.
We're not looking to win the championship.
Be a 7 seed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just don't be in the plane. Be a 17 East.
Trade him and go get a good piece.
Yeah,
Go get 3.
Mitchell Robinson warrants a pretty fair package.
He's good. I love Mitch. But
And
he's on the
on
court.
a contender would love a guy like
Mhm.
that. So I think you can definitely get a good package for Mitchell Robinson.
Next to the Warriors or something like that. This Warriors need help,
Yeah.
especially rebounding the
Lakers
ball.
even.
The Lakers. Oh, I feel so bad for the Lakers. But if you send Mitch to a team like the Warriors, they need help rebounding basketball. I think that fits perfectly. But I don't want to give up Mitch. I love Mitchell Robinson as a New York Knick. Just wish he was on the court. He was on the court a lot last year, and he was great figuring out how to stay out of foul trouble last year. That's his problem is that he was not on the court, which I always say that's a problem.
Listen, the Milwaukee Bucks, I know they're faltering.
Faltering?
Faltering.
They have 3 losses. I
Right, they
think.
have 2 losses in the past week.
Wow.
Carter. Wow.
I think it's fair to mention
2
that
losses in a week.
there's
Wow,
still
that's
no
rough.
Chris Middleton, and there's still no Joe Ingles. And guys are stepping up. I think it might have been you, Jacob, at the roundtable early on, mentioning that it looks like they don't even need Giannis out there because Brook Lopez is unbelievable.
He's so good.
I think Javon Carter should be playing over Grayson Allen.
Javon Carter
When
is showing
Jrue
us
is
something.
back.
A guy I love, their first round draft pick this past year, Marjon Beauchamp. I was so happy they drafted
Bless
him.
you.
Yeah.
Who?
Marjon Beauchamp. He was their
Marjon
first round pick out of the G League Ignite, I believe. I was so happy they picked him. I thought he was going to be so good, and he's as soon as they gave him more minutes, he looks awesome. He's getting some minutes. He's kind of splitting time with Javon Carter right now. Obviously, when Middleton comes back, we'll see Beauchamp and Carter's minutes go down, but you can't ask for more from these guys replacing Middleton's production. Drew Holiday's still back, dude. I'm so happy that one of my sports teams rarely disappoints me because the Yankees disappoint me all the time. The Bills have been disappointing me. The Bucks do not disappoint me. I love them. I'm so excited for them to come back. There's not much else I can say because they're playing the same. So
Titans up 7-0 by the way. Dante Hilliard passing.
Dante has great
That's nice for him. Yeah. Anything else? NBA? You got about running in the teams? Mavs.
On the notes here, there is because we have so much time. We're at 8:30.
Yeah, we can go. Whatever.
Early NBA
Yeah.
championship sleepers.
Not the 76ers.
Yeah.
And not the Nets.
I'll let you guys
Yeah,
pick
go
it.
first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I gotta
Richie,
look
take
into it a little.
Richie,
Okay,
take it.
sure.
I'll take it after.
Now this is gonna call off a little crazy, but I'm looking at sleepers.
Oh, come on. Give me the team I want to hear.
Championship sleepers. Now, championship is definitely a stretch, but
Let's just go with good
I
sleep.
do see them making a run in the playoffs. Sacramento Kings.
Yes.
The Sacramento Kings
Yes.
are awesome.
They have DeMonte, right?
DeMontis Sabonis. Yeah.
That's our guy. Everyone at WPNR
loves
loves
Sabonis. But they're one of the youngest teams in the league. They're I forget the record. They're above 500 right now. They should have 2 more wins because the refs screwed them on 2 separate
Sacramento
games.
is 7-6.
It should be 9-6 because they got screwed against the Heat and the Warriors.
I mean 9-4. Yes.
Oh, that's right. That offense is ridiculous, though. Like, we just saw them put up, what was it, 150?
153.
153.
And their best player didn't do it.
Yeah.
What is
So,
17 clocks?
everyone on that team scores. It's crazy. Another thing, I don't think people notice how much depth they have. Aside from Sabonis and Fox, who are the 2 big guys, dude, they have Kevin Huerter, Keegan Murray, Harrison Barnes is playing. Malik Monk is playing. Davion Mitchell is one of the best defenders at the guard position. Terrence Davis dropped 30-something the other night. Trey Lyles is good. The team is so deep, and I could get they're young, and that is the worrying part. But I mean, they're playing better than Warriors. They're playing better than so many teams in the Western. And I think they finally have their coaching situation figured out. I love Sacramento. I love De'Aaron Fox. I love Sabonis. I legitimately think that is a really solid 1-2 duo in this league. I think Fox is finally playing up to the potential.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think Sacramento's a really big sleeper this year.
I got a good one. And I love the Sacramento pick. That was my second.
I wonder
That
if we're thinking the same thing.
I might be. I love the Trailblazers right now. The Portland Trailblazers. They're 10-4.
Yeah,
And
they're at
they
the top of the West,
they
but they're still
did that
secret.
what 3, 4, 5 wins without Damian Lillard,
Yeah,
right?
they're sleepers.
That is insane.
Can I tell you
Yeah,
what?
go ahead. We're on the same wavelength here. Go ahead.
Exactly. They're at the top of the West, but they're still sleeper because nobody expected them to be there.
Yeah,
And
especially with no Damian.
it's not going to be Dame. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to be. Jeremy Grant. Oh my
Syracuse
God.
legend.
I'm going to tell you guys the stats real quick. Past
So
few games.
good. I love him.
4 games ago against Miami, put up 23 points, shot 5 for 8 from 3. Next game, put up 27 points, had 4 steals, shot 4 for 8 from 3.
He's a great defender.
Next game, 37 points, two blocks, shot 5 for 9 from 3. And then 2 nights ago, had 29 points, shot 6 for 8 from 3. So that is 6, 11, 15, 23s in this past 4 games.
That's insane.
He's carrying that team.
Yeah, I know. Like when you talk about unicorns, like Luka comes up. Be honest. You hear unicorn, you think of big guys. Jeremy Grant's a unicorn. There are not many players like him. With his
Plays
frame, his defense. He's now a shooter.
He's been a name you've been hearing for a while, and he's just so under
He was
the
really
radar.
good last year with the Pistons.
He's
and this
very
year, he's even better.
Now he's like knockout 3-point shooter. He never really was.
Defense, amazing.
College, especially.
He'll play the whole game for you.
He's-
They're 10-4 without McCollum. McCollum's gone. I keep forgetting that. CJ McCollum is not Trailblazer.
And I know Anthony Simons can be inconsistent. I expect him to be CJ McCollum too.
And they still have Nurkic.
He's very good. Nurkic is awesome.
Music Nurkic is great.
See how badly they beat the Nets tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the Trailblazers with Nurkic. I'm gonna say that because they'll be 11.
Chauncey Billups.
That's exactly what it is. It's got to be Billups. I mean, obviously you have Dame, you have Nurkic, you have Grant, but a guy like Billups, he's just a great coach.
Yeah.
You can see he coaches like a player. That's exactly what I would want. I want a guy who knows what he's doing. I want a guy who's been there. So I just think it's a very good fit. That team is watch out for them come
100%.
playoffs.
Some very good picks, yeah. So I think that'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Very great show.
That
Had
was
a lot
fun
of time. That was
yeah.
awesome. A lot of fun. Thank you everybody for tuning in to WPNR 90.7 Utica Radio. Next up, we got the Victory Lap. So stay tuned for that. I think they're starting. Yeah, that might be starting a little early. I don't know yet, but yeah, that's going to be a really good show. So thank you everyone for tuning in. And
Have a great Thanksgiving.
yeah, everybody,
happy
happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
everybody,
No,
yes.
you won't see us next week, but the week after we'll be back. So
Which will be back on
Yeah.
the hosting chair.
Yep.
Everyone have
Thank
a
you,
happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving. Thank you. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Go Rangers.
Just go.
The WPNR FM.
Great night, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
He said, don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, I just said